Hello. So today we are going to present our final project of our artificial intelligence course, that is phishing website detection by machine learning techniques. So me and my friend are will take you through this whole presentation. Myself, Shweta Mahamedika, and my friend Ritika Kethreti. So first, let's get into the first slide, that is introduction of physical website phishing website detection. Yeah. So the phishing is most commonly used in many industries and cyber attacks. Through those attacks, the phisher targets the people who use online devices to reveal their confidential information with the purpose of using their confidential information fraudly. So in our day-to-day life, we have been going through so many types of phishing attacks. So in order to avoid those phishing attacks, the user should know how the phishing websites will be, how the phishing URLs will be. User should put the phishing websites in blacklist so that the website should detect the phishing mails or phishing URLs, and user should detect them early appearance using this machine learning. So, and let's get into the second slide, that is objectives of phishing detection. Yeah. So the objective of phishing detection, taking a confidential information in type of URLs and sending incorrect emails to the user. So this is the objective of phishing detection. And moving on to the third slide, that is approach. So I have collected some phishing websites from open source platforms. We have developed a bit of code to extract features then like uh, EDA techniques and dataset into the testing sets, and SVM random forest and autoencoder on the dataset, and accuracy metrics, and specify trained models and specify which is better. So these are the approaches of phishing detection. And the next slide is data collection. So I have found them in open data source provided by University of New Brunswick. You can see the URL over there, and these have different types of phishing URLs, and it has around 35,000 URLs. From that, I have picked only 5,000 URLs. So here we have an open source service called PhishTank. This service provide a set of phishing URLs. And next slide is feature selection. So here this addressed into three types. There is address bar based features, domain based features, and HTML JavaScript based features. Address based is nothing but domain URL, IP addresses, and prefix and suffix in domain, length of URL, and depth of URL. And the second one is domain based, has four different features. Uh, all these obtained from domain name of the URLs. The data is obtained from package. We have to download those before the running code. And the HTML has four different features which passes through the HTML code. Altogether of features are extracted from the each URL. And from here, my friend is gonna take you through all the presentation and the coding. So I will give this time to my friend Ritika.
Thank you, Shweta, for the detailed. So after the doing the feature extraction, we are doing a visual representation of the features. I mean, uh, features from the data, and after getting after doing the feature extraction, the output would be a CSV file with all the data. On this data, we are gonna run the machine learning models. Mm, models. Yeah. So the supervised machine learning tasks are majorly two different types. One is classification and the other is regression. Uh, and we are going to use decision tree, random forest, multi-layer perceptrons, and XGBoost, autoencoder neural network, and support vector machines. And out of these, random forest and XGB boost are the regression, and the other are classification and the neural networks. So basically, we have the CSV file with the binaries, the values after the feature extraction, and out of that we need to come to a decision or the output where either it's a phishing. If it's a phishing, it would be 1, or if it's a legit, it would be 0. So that's a major part of the code. So major functionality of the code we are doing. And for this, all the machines. Now let's get into the demo. Sorry for that. Yes. So the first major part is like my friend said, the feature extraction. Like he said, like um, like she said. So we took the two data sets. One is for the phishing URL data set, which we have downloaded from the data fish tank website. You can go and directly download that. Here we have used a wget method to do that, and of course we have imported pandas to do all the necessary functions on the downloaded data. Yep, the data.head head gives you the top 5, and the shape data.shape gives you the total number of um columns or the columns. So we almost have 12,000, and out of that we are just picking 5,000 data random columns, and we are going to do the same for the legit URLs and and we took the legit URLs from the university. Yeah, so we are gonna do take 5,000 random and one. And upon these two data sets, now we literally have two data sets. One is the phishing data set and the legit data set. On these two data sets, we're gonna perform the feature extraction. Feature extraction typically what feature extraction typically does is, here you could see for each data we have the URL and the phishing URL submission email on all this. So basically it's gonna break down as per the IP address, IP address or the domain or the HTTP or HTTPS. It's gonna break down into the large data. I mean small minute data. So the classification is done. It would extract all the separate. It would separate all the things. Uh, And yeah, so like she said, we are literally doing 17 type of feature extractions: the depth, length, redirection, HTTP domain type, short and the suffixes, and everything is being done. And after that, after doing all these 17 feature extractions, there would be an output, like we would have two outputs. One is for the legit, one is for the phishing. So we're gonna combine together, I mean append together, this part of the code is for the appending together, and same. So uh, we're gonna append all the data together in the legit and as well as phishing. And oh my god, we gonna and the final data set would be the combination of both two, uh, with both the phishing and the legit data set to combine together would be of 10,000 columns of data. And the second part of our project is now we have the good set of data, and now we're gonna run the models, run the all six ML models on this data to find the accuracy, to test and find the accuracy. First, we're gonna load models. I mean import models and load this the final output the extracted data, URL data, and then we're gonna do the we're gonna set the data frame and split the data set. We split the data set in a 80-20 manner. Okay, sorry. Before that, we're gonna split the data in 80-20 manner. I'm familiarizing data and checking what data we have. Data visualization across these 7 different features, feature extractions, what we have done. And this is the correlation map. These two actually gives us the overview of what kind of data, like how much, which kind of feature is being used, is mainly extracted or used. And we know gone a little EDA, that is the data pre-processing. Data pre-processing, we're gonna check the domain. I mean, we're gonna drop in the domain drop this around. We're gonna do the data extraction. Okay. And we're gonna see if any data, any null points and on data extraction, and then we're gonna split the data in 80-20 format. 80 is for the testing, for the training, and 20 is for the testing, in order to do to avoid the overfitting. We wouldn't combine both together. And we're gonna run the code, and also run the and also we're gonna run the model and also the performance evaluation on the model to know the training set and the test set accuracy. Yep. So out of all those, and after running each model, we're gonna save the we were gonna save the output, encoder, neural network, comparative. And after running all the models, these are the test results we got. And in both, XBoost is the best, and so we are saving the XBoost. Yep, that's what we done. And the final step in the future, and our future work will be implementing into a GUI, or developing into browser extension, to know like whatever the IP they are logging in. Maybe it can directly detect, if using our model, it could directly detect it's a legit or phishing. Yep, that's it. Thank you. Hello.